So contented is to be satisfied, a feeling of being comfortable or at peace with one's circumstances. It could be an ease of mind. It doesn't mean that everything around us is easy, but we have an ease of mind in the work that we're doing. And to thrive is to grow and develop strongly, to grow and develop in a healthy or vigorous way. And thriving, while very often confused in new age circles around abundance and prosperity, thriving is really what's happening in our lives alongside of specific conditions or situations or environments. So if you think about planting a seed, before it begins to take root, it's in darkness, it's under the ground. That doesn't mean that it's not thriving. That is all part of its growth. And the same is true in your business. But here's the thing, friends, is that I believe that we very often see contentment in two ways. One, that we have to be exuberantly so excited, even when things are not going the way that we want. Or two, that if we are content where things are, then we're not satisfied and we should be wanting more and we should be working harder and we shouldn't settle for that satisfaction. Well, the world wants us to believe that we can't just be content, that we have to be striving for more, that's not what it looks like to be a successful business owner and entrepreneur. And I say that's a lie. It's a lie from the pit of hell, because here's the thing is that when we know, as we talked about on last week's live stream, that our worth is found in Jesus and that he gives us the assignment of our business to bring impact to the kingdom, and he identifies what is the value that we bring to the marketplace, then we can be content in every circumstance. So, in a number of places in scripture, you hear these words that God provides the early and the late rains, and that he provides those, and we are to be patient in waiting for them. The early and late rains are specific to seasons in a world of agriculture. So the early rains happen at the time of sowing and planting. So in other words, spring, right? Like the early rains are happening in spring, so that when the seeds are being sown, the ground is ready for them, the ground is nourishing them with that water. The latter rain is what matured the grain for harvest and broke up the ground so that the plant and the fruit and so on could be harvested. And the farmer waits through these seasons. They wait through the early rains and the late rains. They wait for the crops to slowly germinate and ripen so then they can be harvested. In Deuteronomy 11:14, it says, "Then I will send rain on your land in its season, both autumn and spring rains, so that you may gather your grain, new wine, and olive oil." And we see this repeated throughout, right? That it doesn't have anything to do with how hard they're sowing or how hard they're pulling out the plants in harvest. No, no, no. God sends the rain. This is what he does. If we believe that the assignment that the Lord has given us is meant for us, if we believe that he has specifically made our gifts, our talents, our skills, our zones of genius individually unique, and if we believe that we can trust him and we can follow him and we can have faith that he will show up, then we must believe that in the growth seasons, or the seasons where we're under the ground like the seed, preparing for that thriving growth, that he is still there, that he is there in every season. And that when he's quiet and we don't hear him, it doesn't mean that he's not here with us. It means that perhaps he's teaching us to lean in closer. Perhaps it is a season of growth and it's really uncomfortable for you because God is waiting for you to surrender and lay down your plan and your agenda for his.